Welcome to our channel. Today, we'll be diving into a shocking event involving the famous dog trainer, Cesar Millan, known as the Dog Whisperer. Recently, he found himself in an unexpected situation when he collapsed in court after receiving his sentence. What happened? Let's find out right now. Cesar Millan, who built his empire on a philosophy of control and dominance in training, was the one who lost control. As the judge read the sentence after months of tense litigation, Milan's face contorted with anger before he slammed his fist onto the defense table and yelled at the prosecutor. Security quickly rushed in to restrain him as he charged toward the podium. His usual calm demeanor was completely gone. For nearly 2 decades, Milan became a global icon in the dog training industry. His television shows were broadcast in over 80 countries, his books sold millions of copies, and his training philosophy, based on calm and assertive energy, earned him legendary status. With an estimated net worth of over $25 million, Milan was a household name for pet lovers. However, as animal behavior science evolved, many experts began to criticize his methods, claiming they could cause stress, fear, and even harm to animals. The lawsuit is not an isolated incident, but rather the accumulation of years of disputes. A video from the show Cesar 911 captured a dog trained by Milan attacking a pig during a controlled training session, which sparked outrage and led to a series of testimonies from former clients and employees about instances of animals being harmed during training. Faced with a pile of evidence, the judge declared that Milan's methods were not only physically harmful, but also contrary to modern understanding of animal welfare. If you're surprised by this situation, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest news. Share this video with your friends and leave your comments below about your thoughts. What do you think about this situation with Cesar Millan? We look forward to hearing your opinions. The verdict comes with a series of severe penalties. He is permanently banned from working professionally with animals, forced to shut down the training center he founded, required to make significant compensations to animal welfare organizations, and must attend courses on animal behavior science. However, what may be the most painful for Milan is the requirement to publicly acknowledge that many of his training methods have been rejected by the scientific community. Milan's explosive reaction in court shocked even his supporters. As he was escorted out of the courtroom, he continued to shout, insisting that he had been treated unfairly and that his methods had saved animals, not harmed them. The entire incident was recorded and quickly spread online, becoming a symbol of the downfall of a dog training legend. Outside the courtroom, the division between the groups was even more pronounced. Protesters held up signs condemning his training methods, while loyal fans stood silently, many of them in tears. Some held photos of dogs they believed Milan had helped. It was a dramatic moment reflecting the ongoing, unresolved debate over the training methods he had followed throughout his career. Milan's life and career have been a dramatic journey, from a burning dream to the peak of fame, then into controversy and loss. Born into poverty in Culiacan, Mexico, he crossed the border illegally into the United States at the age of 21, with just $100 in his pocket and a desire to become the best dog trainer in the world. His journey from a homeless immigrant washing cars at a pet grooming shop in Los Angeles to a global television star is an inspiring story of extraordinary resilience. Dogs saved him, were his reason for living, but they were also the cause of his downfall. Those close to Milan were not entirely surprised by the events that unfolded in court. Behind the charming and confident persona he displayed on television was a man struggling with deep pain. In 2010, his personal life began to unravel when his wife, after 16 years of marriage, filed for divorce, leaving a significant void both emotionally and financially. That same year, his beloved pit bull, the soul of his training philosophy, passed away from cancer. These two consecutive shocks pushed him into a severe depression, so much so that he attempted to end his life with an overdose. What the public saw was a carefully crafted, perfect image. A producer who had worked with Milan revealed that he had fully embraced his identity as the dog whisperer, a calm leader who could solve any problem. When his personal life collapsed, he clung even more tightly to his professional image. The prospect of losing that was simply unacceptable. Cesar Millan's career rebounded after previous setbacks, but those close to him say he never truly overcame the shock. He became increasingly defensive in the face of criticism, especially when his training methods were called into question. Despite growing criticism of his dominance-based methods in animal behavior science, Milan remained steadfast in defending his approach. The recent lawsuit was not the first time his methods had been scrutinized, but it was certainly the most serious event. The investigation began after an episode of the show captured a dog attacking another animal during training. The video quickly spread online, sparking outrage and drawing attention from animal welfare organizations. Although Milan was not charged in this incident, the public attention led to a series of allegations from former clients. One family claimed their French bulldog suffered from severe anxiety after undergoing a stressful training session. Another client shared how their dog was injured during recovery at Milan's center. In particular, testimonies from former employees revealed that the drama of the show was sometimes prioritized over the welfare of the animals. One former trainer recalled witnessing Milan intentionally creating stressful situations to attract footage, only to later edit them to downplay the impact. Experts, when analyzing previous episodes, pointed out signs of anxiety in the animals. However, these scenes were presented on television as calm submission or surrender. The prosecution built a strong case by comparing Milan's methods with modern scientific research on animal behavior. Veterinary behavior experts and animal welfare advocates all agreed that the restraint-based training model is no longer suitable in today's culture. And this is what led to the controversial end of the career Milan dedicated his life to. Advancements in the science of dog cognition and emotion in recent years have fundamentally changed the way we understand dog behavior. Dr. Emily Henderson, a leading expert in veterinary behavior, argued in court that the concept of dogs always trying to dominate humans and needing to be placed at lower ranks in the pack hierarchy is completely outdated. Training methods based on this concept not only fail to address the root causes of behavioral issues, but can also cause or exacerbate fear and anxiety in dogs. Throughout the trial, Milan maintained a confident attitude, frequently telling the press that he was misunderstood and that the criticism against him was wrong in how they interpreted his methods. However, as more evidence was presented alongside testimonies from those affected, both humans and dogs, his legal team began to grow concerned. Milan's efforts to defend his image as a man, misjudged by the scientific community, failed when a series of videos emerged, clearly showing signs of stress in the dogs he trained. After the trials, Milan withdrew from the public eye and declined all interview requests through a spokesperson. There were rumors that he had fled to Mexico to avoid media scrutiny, although this has not been confirmed. His sons, who had appeared on the show and were expected to carry on his dog training legacy, issued a brief statement requesting privacy during this difficult time. Meanwhile, the dog training industry is undergoing a profound change. Schools that once supported Milan's methods quickly rebranded, removing terms related to dominance and pack leadership from their websites and teaching materials. Many trainers who had followed his philosophy are now emphasizing their commitment to non-coercive, science-based training methods. A large part of the industry is trying to distance itself from the negative image of this training approach. Professional organizations have also seized the opportunity to promote education on modern training methods. The American Veterinary Association updated its official statement to say that confrontational training methods can harm animal welfare and encourage the use of positive reinforcement techniques. Participation in workshops and courses on animal behavior science has surged as both professional trainers and dog owners seek to update their knowledge. Animal welfare organizations, which have criticized Milan's training methods over the years, view this development as a significant turning point. An executive from a leading nonprofit organization stated that the case has raised public awareness about humane training more than it has in decades. While it's unfortunate that it took a major scandal to change attitudes, what matters is that dogs will ultimately benefit from this shift. Even the television industry has gotten involved. Producers have started developing new dog training shows that focus entirely on positive reinforcement, many of which are in direct contrast to Milan's discredited methods. Several streaming platforms have removed his content from their libraries and replaced it with materials on canine cognition and science-based training methods. As for the affected dogs, many have been transferred to behavior specialists, and through gentle, evidence-based methods, they are slowly recovering from the trauma they were believed to have endured. Videos documenting their recovery journeys make one thing clear: without the use of force, a dog can still learn and develop naturally, happily, and safely. Cesar Millan's dog training methods were once a phenomenon, attracting millions of fans worldwide. However, after his dramatic downfall in court, the controversies surrounding him have only intensified. Many industry experts believe Milan could find a way to recover by adjusting his methods, incorporating positive reinforcement while still maintaining his signature charismatic style. However, others believe he is unwilling to change, which was clearly demonstrated in his violent reaction to the court's verdict. Dr. Miguel Sanchez, a veterinary behavior expert invited to observe Milan's training, believes he had the opportunity to evolve alongside science. With his vast influence and ability to attract audiences, Milan could have led his followers toward more humane and modern methods. Instead, he chose to continue defending techniques that have been criticized for potentially causing harm. Had he chosen a different path, his legacy might have left a more positive mark on dog owners worldwide. Milan's downfall has not only impacted his personal career, but also sparked a broader conversation about how people view their relationship with dogs. On social media, more and more people are questioning traditional training methods, exploring alternative techniques, and sharing science-based training materials. The sales of books on positive reinforcement have surged, while nonviolent training classes are attracting more attention than ever. Most importantly, this event has prompted a reassessment of the dominance-based training model that Milan popularized. The concept that humans must be the alpha to control and make dogs obey is gradually being replaced by an approach based on cooperation and mutual trust. Dr. Lisa Reynolds, a researcher in canine cognition, asserts that we are moving away from outdated views on dominance and are instead learning to build genuine partnerships with our four-legged companions. For Milan, who once stood on stage before large audiences, the reality today is very different. His future is uncertain as the methods he championed are increasingly being rejected by science. The question now is whether he will accept change and adapt or continue to persist in his views. As he left the courtroom, his final words were defiant. "The world does not understand my vision." The story of Milan's rise and fall is not just a personal tragedy, but also reflects a profound shift in how people understand dog behavior. As more and more people turn to more humane training methods, Milan's old techniques are gradually becoming a relic of the past. This serves as a reminder that no one can resist the progress of science and ethics. Ironically, his downfall may ultimately be his greatest contribution to the field. Thank you for watching this video. This is certainly an event worth noting and may cause many to rethink what has transpired. Be sure to stay updated with our channel so you don't miss any exciting news in the future. Don't forget to leave your thoughts on this case and let us know what you think. See you in the next videos.